A very lovely hello to all my 10th Titans, to all my board 2027 champions. So first of all, I would like to welcome you everyone on your favorite channel, Deeksha, Vedantu, CBSE English, and my dear champion, I'm your maths teacher, your Sonu Sir. So in today's video, in today's lecture, I am going to teach you entire quadratic equation from basics to advanced. So your every doubt will be clear. If any one of you is there, having some silly doubt, small doubt, anything that may be troubling you in quadratic equation, my dear, this video is going to be game changing for you all. So make sure to watch this video till the end. So let's begin without wasting a moment. Okay, so the chapter name is quadratic equation, and this video is going to be one short video for quadratic equation entire. Okay, so let's talk about what is called quadratic equation. You must have studied already in the chapter of polynomials. My dear, quadratic polynomial is that polynomial, or we can say in standard format quadratic equation, is that equation in which the degree of variable is 2, means the highest power, the highest exponent of the variable will be 2. So for example, let me show you the general format of quadratic equation. General format of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And in this equation, a can't be equal to 0. Why? Just imagine, if a will be 0, if a will become 0, the identity of x square will be vanished, because if the coefficient, the number which is attached with x square will become 0, so the entire x square will become 0. So entire identity of x square will be vanished. So we can't call this equation as quadratic equation. So the coefficient of x square can't be 0, right? So I'm writing here a can't equal to 0 because we are dealing with quadratic equation. So this is the special condition, a can't be 0 for quadratic polynomial. Okay, yes, b can be 0, c can be 0, but a can't be 0. So now moving ahead. Now here, my dear champion, as you all can see, a is equal to, a is what? Coefficient of x square. My dear class 10th champions, listen, I am teaching you here quadratic equation from very basics, and I will be bringing you everyone on advanced level. So this video is very important for you because I'm not directly moving to the advanced thing. I'm starting from very basics. So these things should be clear. Once your basics will be clear, you will become ultra pro in quadratic equation. Mark my words. This is my assurance. I'm promising you everyone, if you clear your basics, if you focus on basics, your quadratic equation will be 0 for you, nothing for you everyone. So try to clear your doubts, basic points in quadratic equation, and these are the basics. Introductory part of quadratic equation is very important for any student. Okay, so coefficient of x square is a, b is what, my dear? B is coefficient of x, right? And c here is constant term. There is no any variable, c is alone, so this is constant term, purely constant term. So a, b, c, I hope clear. A is the coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is purely constant. Okay, now moving ahead. If I talk about how many solutions does this equation has, how many solutions, how many values of x will be satisfying this equation? The value by which, if we put the value of x in this equation will be satisfying that. For example, x minus 4 is equal to 0. If I ask you what should be the value of x so that this equation will satisfy, so x can be 4 minus 4, then only this equation will be satisfying. 4 minus 4 is 0 equals to 0. So there is only one solution. Why? Because this is linear equation. Because here the exponent is 1. So if exponent is 1, the highest power is 1, there will be only one solution. But here in quadratic equation, what is the exponent? Highest. The degree is 2. So in quadratic equation, what is the degree? Degree is 2. And this degree 2 indicates that how many solutions will be there? Number of solutions will be equal to 2. And my dear champion, number of solution we can call, or we can also say number of roots, or we can also say number of zeros. So each term is same here. Number of solution, whether you call number of roots or you call number of zeros, all are same. So how many solutions will have? To a quadratic equation, 2 solution. Why? Because degree is 2. So degree decides the number of solution. Degree decides the number of zeros. Degree decides the number of roots. Right? Okay, now moving ahead. If I talk about here, so this first is clear. Second thing is clear. Degree is 2. Now, third. Let me erase this. It may creating some confusion here. Oh, sorry. Okay. So now moving ahead. Now if we talk about here graphical representation. This is very cool. Let me do here graphical representation because this topic requires little bit explained. This topic is basically a little bit big because you should know the graphical representation of quadratic equation. Very important because sometimes question comes up from this particular topic. So let's move ahead. Graphical representation. So first of all, please keep one thing in your mind. When we draw graph of a linear equation, linear, in which the degree is 1. Linear means straight line. So when you plot the graph of a linear equation, whether the linear equation in one variable or in two variable, the graph will always be straight line. But when we talk about quadratic equation, if you plot the graph of a quadratic equation, the quadratic equation will always be parabola. It is always a parabola. Yes, my dear champion, the graphical representation of a quadratic equation is basically parabola, parabolic. Now, the question may arising in your mind, sir, what kind of parabola? The parabola are having 4 properties. Parabola may be having opening towards positive x-axis, it may be towards negative x-axis, it may be towards positive y-axis, it may be towards negative y-axis. So, my dear champion, as you can see here, we generally write quadratic equation in terms of x. And how many solutions of x will have? 2 solutions. So there are 2 possibilities of a quadratic equation. It is clear that there will be 2 values of x. So quadratic equation, when you plot the graph of quadratic equation, the quadratic equation draws in this manner. Why? Because when you draw the quadratic equation, parabola of quadratic equation in this manner, can you see here? This curve, this parabola is intersecting x-axis at 2 points. And these 2 points, these 2 intercepts are the roots. These 2 intercepts are the zeros. So basically, when you draw parabola, x-intercepts give you the zeros. X-intercepts are zeros. Or we can also say roots. Right, my dear champion? So, when you plot the graph of quadratic equation, it cannot be in this manner. It cannot be in this manner. Why? Because the quadratic polynomial generally we write quadratic polynomial in terms of x. So, whether the quadratic polynomial this way or it may be also in this way. In this case also, it is intersecting at 2 points on x-axis. These are not quadratic. These are not the correct representation of quadratic polynomial. These are the correct representation of quadratic polynomial. Now, one more confusion. It may be coming in your mind, sir, how we will be able to decide it whether the quadratic polynomial will have this type of graph or this type of parabola, upward parabola or downward parabola. How to decide this? So let me give you a very important information to you guys. Very important information to you guys. So first, keep one thing in mind. On parabola, on graph, x-intercepts x-intercepts are the roots, right? Or we can say zeros. I hope this is clear to you all. If you plot the graph of any quadratic polynomial, the x-intercepts are the zeros, right? Now, how to decide? So, first situation I'm telling you guys, if a is greater than 0, if the coefficient of x square is greater than 0, means positive. If a is positive, so in such case, in this case, the parabola is always having upward opening, upward parabola. So we can write here, this is upward parabola. When a is greater than 0, upward parabola. And can you observe here, champion? The intersecting points, two intersecting points are there. So both are roots. So in general mathematics, in quadratic equation, we call a root as alpha and one as beta. So this is alpha and this is beta. So alpha and beta are basically we are using as symbolic representation of the roots for any quadratic equation. The roots, I mean the roots of any quadratic equation which is unknown to you. You don't know the roots. So you can assume alpha and beta. You can let that alpha and beta. So when a is greater than 0, the parabola will be having opening in upward direction. B is when a is less than 0. A is less than 0 indicates that a is negative. And if a is negative, the parabola will like this. So there are again two intersection, but the parabola is having downward opening. So a is less than 0, downward parabola. Downward parabola. Okay. Now, my dear champion, you can observe one thing. Here, alpha and beta, both are distinct to each other. Both are different from each other. Because this intersecting point is different from this intersecting point. This intersecting point is different from intersecting point. It means that in these two cases, how many roots are there? Two roots. And what is the relationship between, I mean, how they look like? They both are different from each other. So this situation is of course of two distinct real roots. Let me use another color. So it indicates two distinct real roots. Okay, let me give you third possibility on graph. The third possibility on graph is the graph of quadratic polynomial may be like this. Yes, this is also possible. Because in this case, the parabola is just touching the x-axis. And if it is just touching the x-axis, this point will be alpha and beta both. Both roots will be. Parabola is indicating the graph we are drawing of. If parabola is there, then it is confirmed this is quadratic polynomial. But for quadratic polynomial, how many roots are there? Always two roots are there. But you may be you may have confusion. I mean, if the graph is this way, it is not intersecting at 2 points, it is just touching the x-axis. So what does it mean by this? So if the graph is just touching the x-axis at 1 point, it indicates that alpha and beta both will be equal to each other. Both roots will be equal to each other. Yes, this is also possible in graph. Sometime alpha, the roots which comes when you are solving any quadratic equation, the roots may be two distinct real roots. I mean, both the roots are different. One is 4, other is -3. And sometimes when you solve few quadratic equation, the roots comes up equal, same, similar. Alpha is 4, beta is 4. Alpha is -2, beta is also -2. So this graph indicates that both roots will be equal to each other, and parabola is indicating clearly we are dealing with the quadratic equation. I hope this is clear to you all, everyone, right? So this is also possible, and one thing is also possible. The sub part of this, if the graph is like this way, again parabola but having downward opening, so it may be equal to each other. Both roots are equal to each other. But if you draw this, if you draw the parabola like this, let me show you this. This is not possible. Why? Because this parabola is not intersecting, whether it is not touching or it is not intersecting. So this parabola, either it is not intersecting or it is not touching the x-axis. So this is not correct representation of quadratic polynomial. So the correct representation of quadratic polynomial is this and this. I hope this is clear to you all. So this is very important, champion. Please keep it in mind. If a is greater than 0, the parabola will be having upward opening, and if a is negative, I mean less than 0, the parabola will be downward opening. Moving to next. Okay. So my dear champion, one more thing. To call any quadratic equation as to call any polynomial as quadratic polynomial, quadratic equation, the condition is there should be this term x square must be there. If x square is there, then only we can say that the given equation is parabola. If x square is not there, we cannot say the given parabola is quadratic or not. The parabola, the given equation is quadratic or not. So x square is must. X square is mandatory to be present there. Then only the equation will get the identity of quadratic equation. Otherwise, the equation is not quadratic. So let me give you few questions here. Which of the following is not a quadratic equation? So we have to decide, we have to check whether in these 4 questions x square is present or not. If x square is present there, equation will be quadratic. If x square term is not there, the equation will not be quadratic. So let's solve this. So first question, first part I am solving here. So the question is 2 into x minus 1 whole square is equal to 4x square minus 2x plus 1, right? So please open this, modify, please extend this bracket. So when we open this, x square minus b square, a square plus b square minus 2ab means 2x, and this is equal to 4x square minus 2x plus 1. Solve this. So this is 2x square, 2 1 are 2, and this is minus 4x is equal to 4x square minus 2x plus 1. Now do one thing, take all these things at one side, this side, so it can be written as 4x square minus 2x plus 1. When we will be taking these things there, that side, the sign will change. So positive will become negative, positive will become negative, and negative family will become positive, equals to 0. Solve this. So this is the like term. 4x square minus 2x square will be 2x square, minus 2x plus 4x will be plus 2x, plus minus minus, but sign will be positive because this is the greater value. And this is plus 1 minus 2, plus 1 minus 2 will be minus 1, equals to 0. My dear, if you see here, look at here, after solving, after modifying this equation, after simplifying this equation, we are getting this result. And can you see here, this is x square present there, and x square, the presence of x square is enough to get the identity of quadratic equation. So this is the quadratic equation. This is correctly quadratic equation. But the question is, we have to check which one of the given equation is not quadratic equation. So let's solve. Now, if we don't require to solve this, I can give you the answer directly. Let me show you the correct scenario. My dear champion, if you look at here, this is x square and this is x square, and here this x square is negative. So if you take negative x square to another side, so minus x square will become plus. So this will be 2x square. So 2x square, and this 2x will go there, so minus 2x plus 5. Oh my god, here is also x square, so this is also quadratic equation, this is also quadratic. Now look at option number C. Come on, this is a plus b whole square, so under root 2x plus under root 3 whole square, open a square, a plus b whole square is a square, so this will be 2x square plus b square, so root 3 square will be 3, plus 2ab, so 2 into under root 6x, under root 2 into under root 3, there will be only one root and the numbers will get multiplied. So 2 root x plus x square is equal to 3x square minus 5. My dear students, look at here, what is this and what is this? 2x square plus x square will become 3x square, right? And right side is already having 3x square, both are cancelling. and if both are cancelling, the identity of x square is completely vanished, completely destroyed. There is no any x square, and if there is no any x square, this will not be quadratic equation. Answer, we got the answer. So option number C is not a quadratic polynomial, not a quadratic equation. If you solve this, so x square, a square plus b square, solve this. A square, x to power 4, 2x square, 4x square plus 2ab. So this will be 4x cube is equal to, this is already x to power 4 plus 3 plus 4x cube. My dear students, this 4x cube cancel, this x4 cancel. So we are having here 4x square is equal to 3. Yes, x square is there. X square is present there. So this is also quadratic equation. This is not quadratic equation. I hope this question is clear to you everyone. Moving to next. Okay, now let's talk about roots, or we can say zeros of any quadratic equation. What is called roots or zeros of any quadratic equation? So let's look at here, champion. So let's take an example. If I ask you here, x minus 2 is equal to 0. This equation is given. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Now my question is, at what value, what should be the value of x so that the given equation will satisfy the situation? What should be the value of x? Something minus 2 is equal to 0. Just imagine if x minus 2 is equal to 0. So when this equation will give you result 0, when this x will become also equal to 2. X is also equal to 2, then only 2 minus 2 will give you the 0 result, right? So after taking this minus 2 there, oh my god, we got the result, x equals to 2. There is no any other number other than 2 which will satisfy this equation. There is no any number. And don't say, sir, I have a number 8 by 4. Don't do such comedy. 8 by 4 is also 2. Sir, no, sir. X can be 6 by 3. Oh my god, my dear. 6 by 3 is also 2. So there is only one way, there is only one value of x which will be satisfying this equation to make the equation entire equals to 0. And why we are getting only one solution? Because the highest exponent of x is 1. The highest exponent of x is 1. So the highest exponent of variable decides how many solutions will be there. And my dear champion, presently we are dealing with quadratic equation, and what is the highest exponent? What is the highest exponent of variable? What is the highest exponent of variable? X square, 2. So how many zeros will be there? 2 zeros will be there. And I hope you have understood what is called zeros. The value of variable, the possible values of x which satisfy the given equation. So number of zeros will be 2, and we can say alpha and beta. Let's say the zeros are called as, suppose whenever we want to suppose any zeros, zeros of any quadratic equation, we can suppose as alpha and beta. So let's talk. So I'm giving you one example here. One example, 2x square plus 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. 2x square plus 3x minus 4 equals to 0. So of course this is clearly visible to you all. I hope the given equation will be quadratic equation because the highest exponent is 2. Now what should be the value, at what value of x this equation will satisfy the given situation, equal to 0. What we should put at the place of x so that the result will become 0. The result will be 0. What should be the value of x? So there are two values. There will be two values of x. So let's solve this. So my dear champion, to solving any quadratic polynomial quadratic equation, we have so many methods, but I'm going to teach you here two methods only here, and that is by factorization method, which is also called middle term splitting method, and by quadratic formula. Completing square method has been excluded from your syllabus, so I'm not going to teach you completing square method. So just imagine how we can solve the equation here. So listen champion, please focus here. So to find out the value of x which will be satisfying the equation, so I'm solving here by factorization method. I'm using here factorization method. Factorization method. It is also called middle term splitting method, champions. Middle term splitting method. This method is also called middle term splitting method, which is also called factorization method, which is also known as factorization method. So what we have to do here, listen. So the first step is multiply a from c. Multiply a from c. So if you multiply 2 into 4 a from constant term, what you are getting here? We are getting here 8. Now make pairs of two numbers, the factor of 8. I mean, make pairs of numbers whose multiplication will give you 8. So if we make pair for 8, the first pair will be 8 and 1 itself. Second possible pair is 4, 2. If you multiply 8 into 1, we are getting 1. 8 1 ja 8. And if you multiply 4 into 2, 4 2 ja 8. There is no any possible pair. Check it once again. Only two possible pairs are there for number 8. 8, 1 and 4, 2. Two pairs are there. Now you have to decide which one is your friend. Make friendship from any one pair. There will be any one pair. It is mandatory. The one will be your friend there. So how we have to decide which will be friend? So this is minus sign and this is middle value. You have to focus on these two, negative and middle value. Negative and middle value. Negative decides by subtracting the numbers. By subtracting the numbers present in the first pair and by subtracting the number present in the second pair should be middle value. Now check. If you subtract 8 minus 1, you are getting 7 and 7 is not the middle value. But if you subtract 4, 2, again you are not getting here. You are not getting here 2 because number is 3. So let's make it 3 because I have just given you this question randomly. Making the question in my just mind. So let's take it here as 2 so that we can solve it comfortably because I'm teaching you guys and you guys just learning. You all are in learning stage. So first understand how to apply middle term splitting. So 4 minus 2 will give you middle value. So 4, 2 pair is your friend. So let's put here 2x square and at the place of 2, it can be splitted as 4 minus 2. That bracket. And we have splitted the middle value into two parts and that is the reason why it is called middle term splitting method. So 4 minus 2 into x minus 4 is equal to 0. So solve this. 2x square plus 4x minus 2x minus 4 equals to, now take pair, make pair and take common. So after making the pair we can take common 2x here. So this will be x plus 2 and here minus 1, take minus 1 common. So if on taking take 2 minus 2 common, so on taking minus 2 common, here will be x remaining, and after taking minus we can write here plus because plus minus minus will come, and we have taken 2 as common, so it will be 2. These two brackets must be same, my dear. If the brackets are different from each other, if the brackets are not matching, it indicates you may be making any mistake there in calculation. So these two brackets always should be same. Now in these two brackets, take only one, consider only one, and the values outside the bracket will be combined. 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now take first this equal to 0 because the product of both the brackets are 0, so we can take separately equal to 0. So x we have is minus 2. Oh my god, the first solution is minus 2. Now take this as 0. 2x minus 2 equal to 0. So 2x can be written as 2, so x we have is 1. So these are the values of x which are called zeros or rows. You can verify if you put minus 2 here in this entire equation, or if you put 1 here in entire equation, the result will come equal to 0. Yes, let's verify. Let's verify at x equals to minus 2. So put x equals to minus 2 at the place of x, put minus 2. So 2 into minus 2 whole square plus 2 into minus 2 minus 4. Let's solve this. So minus 2 square will be 4 and 4 2 ja 8 and 2 2 ja this is 4 and minus 4. Oh my god, 8 minus 4 minus 4. Oh wow, the result is 0. Hence proved the value that we got here is absolutely correct, because after putting this value here, this equation is satisfying. Now verify one more value, x equals to minus 1. Let's verify this. So if we verify here, this is 2 into minus 1 square plus 2 into minus 1 minus 4. Let's check it. So minus 1 square will be plus 1, because minus 1 into minus 1 will be plus 1. So this is 2 here, and 2 1 ja 2 plus minus minus 2, and this is minus 4. Now check here. My dear champion, can you see here, this is 2 and this is, so if you observe here, but anything is, we are lagging something. Oh, this is plus 1. Sorry, why we are writing there minus 1? This is plus 1, dear. This is plus 1. That's why I thought, why this is disturbing. The solution is not exactly coming. So another value, another root is plus 1, not minus 1. This is plus 1. So x is plus 1. Okay, so plus 1 square, this is plus 1. Now verify. So 2 plus 2 1 ja 2 minus 4. Wow, 2 to 4 minus 4, which is equal to 0. Hence proved. Hence proved that x equals to minus 2 and x equals to plus 1, both are the zeros of this equation. Why? Because both the values are satisfying. Both the values are giving you result as 0. Okay, now check whether few questions I have brought here. Check whether which of the following equation has 2 as roots. So you have to check whether 2, for which of the following equation 2 will be as root. So put 2 in every equation and check in which you are getting 0. So first if we check here, so let's check 2 is satisfying this equation or not. So x square minus 4x plus 5, check whether, so x is 2, so let's put here x equals to 2, because we have to check for 2 is the root or not. So 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus 5, so 2 2 ja 4 minus 8 plus 5 5 4 9 plus 9 oh no, we are getting 1. So something is there, 0 is not there. So x equals to 2 is not satisfying this, because we are getting 1 here. The result should be 0. To call 2 as the root of this equation, this result must be 0. But result unfortunately 1 is there. So 2 can't be root of this. Moving to B. Check for B. Where is B? B is x square plus 3x minus 12 equals to 0. Now put x equals to 2 again here. So this is 2 square plus 3 into 2 minus 12 equals to 0. 2 square will be 4. 3 to just 6 minus 12. So plus 6 plus 4 will be 10 minus 12. Oh no, again something is there. 0 is not there. So 2 can't be root of second also. So this is not answer. This is not answer. Now moving to C. C is 2x square minus 7x plus 6 equals to 0. Now put x equals to 2. So 2 square minus 7 into 2 plus 6 equals to 0. 2 to ja 4, 4 to ja 8 minus 7 to ja 14 plus 6 equals to 0. Plus 8 6 14 and minus 14 already there. Oh wow, we got result 0. After putting 2 in C equation number C, we got the result 0. It means that 2 is satisfying this. So this is the answer. So 2 is the root of this equation. You can verify D also, my dear champion. You can do it by your own. Okay, so 2 is the root of this equation. Why? Because 2 is satisfying this. Okay, now moving to next. Now the next topic is relationship between zeros and coefficient. This is interesting one. This is interesting one. So let me show you some magical concept of quadratic equation. So to make you feel confident in this particular topic, I'm taking an example. So we have a quadratic equation. Example, we have a quadratic equation 2x square plus 2x minus 4. The previous one, same question, equals to 0. If you remember, what was the first root? First root was 2 And what was the second root? Second 0, beta, that was -1. Let me show you here. Let me show you here. Okay, in this 2x square plus 2x minus 4, x equals to -2 and x equals to 1. So basically we can also say it alpha. Alpha is -2 and beta is 1. So generally alpha and beta, we generally take alpha and beta consider as roots. So alpha and beta are roots. This is the general, I mean, we generally use in mathematics for the representation of roots. I hope this is clear to you all. So -2 and +1. Okay, -2, this is -2 and +1 are the roots of this equation. Now, let me give you some magical result, magical concept of this. My dear, if you add alpha plus beta, I mean, I'm asking you to do sum of roots. If you do sum of roots, do this. So what will be the result? -2 plus 1. If you do the sum of roots, alpha plus beta, -2 plus 1, what you are getting here? You are getting here -1. And if you do product of roots, alpha into beta, just do this. Product of roots, alpha into beta, so -2 into 1, what is the result here, champion? -2. Minus into 2, -2 into 1 will be -2. -2 plus 1 will be -1. Now, have patience, wait. Now, my dear champion, if I ask you to find out first A minus B by A, do one thing, find out minus B by A. Where is minus B? Where is B? First of all, where is B? We all know the general format of quadratic equation is this. I hope you remember. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the general format, general representation of quadratic equation. So if we compare this equation from this, so minus is there, b is what? B is 2, so -2 will be there, and a is what? A is 2. Oh my god, what is the result? Minus b by a is equal to -1, and -1 we have already alpha plus beta. It proves that alpha plus beta is also equal to minus b by a. So we can write this equation as sum of roots is equal to what? Minus b by a. This is the equation. Come on, please write it down in your copy. Now, second. Now do one thing. Divide c by a. Do c by a. Find out the value of c by a. Where is c? C is -4. And where is a? A is 2. Oh wow! And if you divide this, what you are getting? -2. And where is -2? -2 is also the product of zeros. So it proves that champion, it proves that alpha into beta is equal to c by a. The one more formula, so we can write here product of roots is equal to c by a. Very important formula. This is the relationship between zeros and coefficient, because A, B, C, all are AB are coefficients and C is the constant term. So this is the relationships. Alpha plus beta always give you the value which is equal to minus B by A, and if you do the product of roots, so the product of roots will be giving you the value equivalent to the C by A. Please write it down. Okay. So to verify this, I have one more question here. So let's do this question as an example. Let's try to decode, the concept of this question. So question is find the zeros of quadratic polynomial. Okay, so one quadratic polynomial is given to you, 4x square plus 14x minus 8 equals to 0. So first of all, we have to find out the value of alpha and beta, zeros, and after getting the value of alpha and beta, we have to verify the relationship between zeros and the coefficient. We have to verify these two formulas. So let's find out alpha and beta first. Zeros. So multiply 8 from 4, multiply 8 by 4. So what will be the multiplication? 32. 32. Now for 32, make the pair of their factors. So first possible pair will be 32 and 1 itself, because their multiplication is also will give you 32. 32 into 1, 32. What will be the second possible pair? 16 comma 2. What will be third possible pair? 8 comma 4. I think there is no more possible pairs. Please remind once again. 32 comma 1, 16 2 ja 32 and 8 4 ja 32. There is no more 16, because 32 comes up in the table of 2, in the table of 4, in the table of 8, in the table of 32 itself. Okay, so these are three possible pairs. Now in these three pairs, anyone will be your friend, anyone. And how to identify the friend? I have already told you, I have already taught you how to check which of the pair will be your best friend. So it will be helping you. This sign and the middle value. Sign and middle value. Sign will give you idea whether the numbers should be added or the number should be subtracted. Sign will give you. And 14 will give you which number you are targeting. So you are targeting 14 by multiplying the pairs. So if we by subtracting the pairs. So if we subtract 32 minus 1, we are getting 31, and 31 is not the middle value. If you subtract 2 from 16 minus 2, we are getting 14, and 14 is the middle value. So which one is your best friend? This pair is your best friend. I hope clear. So let's split the 14. So 4x square, 14 can be splitted as 16 minus 2, because 16 minus 2 will give you 14. So 4x square plus 16x minus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. Can we take 4x common? So this will be 4x, x plus 4, and we can take here minus 2 common. So x plus 4 equals to 0. So we have two brackets, x plus 4, and other bracket is 4x minus 2 equals to 0. So from this bracket, x will become minus 4, which is also alpha. We can call this alpha. And from this bracket, x will become 2 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, 1 by 2. So we can call it as beta. So beta is equal to 1 by 2. I hope this is clear too. So we have two zeros, two roots. Now verify. So let's do alpha plus beta. So first do alpha plus beta. So if we add alpha plus beta, so this will be minus 4 plus 1 by 2. What will be the result, everyone? If you add here minus 4 plus 1 by 2, 4 to the 8, minus 8 plus 1 will be minus 7. So this will be minus 7 by 2. Now multiply alpha and beta. So if you multiply this, minus 4 into 1 by 2, so 2 to the 4 will be there. So alpha into beta will give you minus 2. Okay, so alpha plus beta is minus 7 by 2 and alpha into beta is minus 2. So let's check it once again. Now find out minus b by a. Where is b? B is 14, but we have to write negative sign also. Minus 14. A is what? 4. Now solve this. So this will be 7 by 2. Wow! What is alpha plus beta? Minus 7 by 2. And what is minus b by 2? That is also equal to minus 7 by 2. So hence prove that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Verified. Right? Now find out c by a. C by a. Where is c? C is minus 8, already minus, and a is 4. Now solve this. So 4 to ja 8. Wow! Minus 2. And what is minus 2? Alpha into beta. Hence proved. Alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Verified. We can write here verified. This is verified, and this is also verified. Both are verified. I hope this is clear to you all, my dear 10th Titans. I hope now you guys are considering it very easy for you all. So I hope I could make it possible for you all. I could make it very understandable for you everyone. So I'm using very simple approach to teach you guys. Very simple method. Moving to next. Okay. Now the next topic is finding the roots. Finding the roots. So to find the roots of any quadratic equation, we have three methods. The first comes up is factorization method that we did in previous question. Factorization, we have already applied this method in previous question. Factorization method, and it is also known as middle term splitting method. Middle term splitting method. Okay. Now, second method we have is, it is called quadratic formula. Very magical formula. When every door is closed up, sometime your mind will be fully blank. You will not be able to decide how we can split the middle term. When every door is closed, it will help you out there. Yes, so powerful. So quadratic formula. And third is completing square method. Basically, quadratic formula is also sub part of this. Quadratic formula comes up from this. When you modify this completing square method till the end, this result comes up. By the way, this is not in your syllabus, this methodology. So we'll be applying these two methods. So I'm going to teach you everyone factorization method that we have already used in previous question. So our target here is quadratic formula. Okay. So moving ahead. Okay. Now, my dear champion, before moving to quadratic formula, before I'll give you the quadratic formula, we have to study here the most important thing is nature of roots. Very important. Nature of roots is very important. I can say this as very, very, very important for your board exam, board 2027. This topic is very important. So after teaching this topic, I'll come to this quadratic formula. So let's talk nature of roots on first page. So let me teach you here itself. So let me erase this. Okay, so let me teach you first nature of roots, everyone. Please focus on nature of roots. Okay, nature of roots. So, as this thing is already clear to you, the number of roots will be 2. But sometime, some situation also comes up, maybe coming in front of you, that the quadratic equation will not be solved, will not be solvable. The quadratic equation will not be possible. The given quadratic equation will be wrong. I mean, you can't find out the roots. So there are 3 possibilities, everyone. So to find out the nature of roots, we focus on a very important term, and this is called discriminant. Come on, everyone. Discriminant, and it is symbolically represented by capital D, discriminant. So discriminant will be deciding the nature of roots, whether the roots will be distinct, I mean alpha and beta both are different from each other, or roots are equal, alpha equal to beta, or there will be no roots. So there are 3 possibilities. And without solving the zeros, without calculating, doing the solution to find out the zeros, we can directly check the nature of roots just only calculating the discriminant. The discriminant is very powerful value which will be giving you out about the information about the nature of roots, whether the roots are real and distinct, whether the roots are no real roots are there, whether the roots are equal, real and equal. So discriminant, the formula of discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac. Very powerful formula, dear champions, very powerful formula. Okay, this is very powerful formula, everyone. Please keep it in mind. Very powerful formula, and this is b square minus 4ac. Minus 4ac, everyone. Very important formula. Right? So, now moving ahead. So, first condition is, if d is greater than 0. What it implies? If d is positive. D greater than 0 means if d is positive. So, if d is positive, If D is positive, it implies that there will be two distinct real roots. Means both the roots will be different from each other, alpha and beta. Two distinct real roots will be there. If D is greater than 0, and greater than 0 means what? Greater than 0 means what? D is positive. Now, second situation. If D is equal to 0, come on. If D is equal to 0, if D is equal to 0, there will be two real and equal roots. Wow. Two real and equal roots. I mean, alpha will be equal to beta. Both the values will be equal to each other. Alpha is 2, then beta will also be 2. So, what is the condition for real and equal roots? Discriminant should be 0. If discriminant is 0, it indicates that if you solve that particular quadratic equation, you will be getting both the roots equal to each other. Okay. Third is D is less than 0. If D is negative, less than 0 means what? Negative. If D is negative, it implies that the given quadratic equation will not having any real roots. So there will be no real roots. You cannot solve such quadratic equation by simple method. For such quadratic equation, there is complex methodology. You will be studying everything, those things in senior classes. But if condition comes up in 10th standard, 10th level, if D is less than 0, stop. Don't solve the quadratic equation. You cannot. No real roots will be there. So we only solved these two situations, which is in your control. If D is equal to 0, there will be two roots which will be equal to each other. And if D is greater than 0, there will be two distinct real roots. Let me give you one example. So if you remember the previous question that we have solved, the question, if you remember, the question was 2x square plus 2x minus 4 equals to 0. This was the linear equation. And what was the value of alpha? Alpha was minus 2 and beta was minus 1. Beta was plus 1. Beta was plus 1. So you can see alpha is minus 2 and beta is 1. So both are different from each other. So this condition is there. Two real and two distinct real roots. Distinct means different. Two. Now find out D. Check it D. What will be D? D is equal to b square minus 4ac. So now find out b. So b is what? 2. 2 square minus 4. Where is a? A is 2. And where is c? C is minus 4. Now check. D, 2 square will be 4, and this is 4 to ja 8, 8 4 ja 32, and minus minus plus, so plus 32. So D we have is equal to 36. Oh my God, D is 36 and positive 36. It indicates that D is greater than 0. And if D is greater than 0, this condition is fulfilling there. And it is already cleared now, alpha and beta both are different from each other, both are distinct to each other. And same value, D is also 36. So this is absolutely correct, everyone. My dear champion, don't negotiate with this formula. This formula is very important. All the formulas, these are very important. Very important. Please write it down in your copy, or else you can take screenshot as well. Okay, moving to next question here. So the quadratic equation has what? So there is a quadratic equation given and you have to check the nature of roots. So what you have to calculate? D you have to calculate. So find out the value of D. So D will be, D we have formula b square minus 4ac. Where is b? The coefficient of x is called b. If the x is in negative, take it as it is. Take it in negative. So root 5 whole square minus 4. Where is a? Coefficient of x square is called a. Where is c? C is pure constant, 1. Solve this. So minus root 5 square. So minus root 5 into root 5 will be 5, and minus minus plus. So this is 5. Minus root 5 square means what? Minus root 5 into minus root 5. So minus into minus will become plus. Minus into minus will be plus. And root 5 into root 5 will be 5. So plus 5 will be there. Minus 4 to ja 8, 1 ja 8. So D is equal to minus 3. Oh my God. D is minus 3, and D minus 3 indicates that there will be no real roots. No real roots. No real roots will be there. So we can't solve this. We can't solve this equation because this condition is that d is less than 0. So which option will be there? Two distinct no real roots. C will be the correct answer. No real roots. Moving to next. Okay. Value of k for which the quadratic equation has equal roots. My dear champion, in this question, this information is already given to you. The information which is already given to you that this quadratic equation has equal roots. And if the quadratic equation has equal roots which is already provided to you, so you can directly take d equals to 0. Yes, this is clear. Because the given quadratic equation is equal roots. And what is the condition for equal roots? D must be 0. Now we can use formula b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So where is b? B is equal to minus k. So minus k whole square minus 4a. A is 2. And where is c? C is k. Equals to 0. Minus k square will be k square. And here minus 4 into 2 will be 8k equals to 0. Now we can shift this minus 8k this there that side. So k square will be 8k. So k will be cancelled by this. 1k will be there. So k is equal to 8. We have 8 answer. 8 is answer here. So any option is there? 8 only. Yes, this is the answer here. One more thing is here we can verify. If you can check here, my dear champion. If k is equal to 8, put k there and check 2x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now find out d. Find out d. B square minus 4ac. Check b. B is minus 8. So minus 8 square minus 4 into, where is a? This is a. A is 2. 2 and this is 1. Right? Solve this. 8 square is 64 and 4 to the 8. So d we have here 64 minus 8 and 64 minus 8 will be 58. Sorry. 56. This will be 56. And can you see? Can you see here, my dear? Wow. 56 is positive and 56 is positive. It means d will be greater than 0. And if d is greater than 0, there will be two solutions. There will be two solutions. Two zeros. And both will be distinct. So if 8 we have k equals to 8. So if we put here 8, so we are getting 56. Now if we find out the zeros for this, 2 1 ja 2. So we cannot use here middle term splitting method. So we can apply here quadratic formula. Now check whether after applying quadratic formula what will be the result. Check whether. So quadratic formula says that x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now put the values. B minus b. So minus b is minus 8. So minus 8 will become plus 8. Plus minus under root b square. Under root b square we have already solved. Under root 56. Under root 56 divided by 2 into a. A is what? 2. So x is equal to 8 plus minus 56. 56 can be written as this 56 can be written as 2 to the 4 to the 8 into 7 divided by 2 to the 4. Now can you see here? This is the pair. So pair can be taken as common. So this is 2 under root 1 2 will remain there. So 2 4 ja 14 and divided by 4. So take plus sign first. So if we take plus sign, so 2 can be taken as common. So 4 plus under root 14 and divided by this 4. So 4 will cancel this 2. So x is equal to 4 plus under root 14 by 2. This is the first value. Now take negative sign. So negative sign will be 8 minus 2. 2 can be taken as common. So if we take 2 common here, so the formula will be 4 minus root 14 divided by 4. Again it will cancel. So x will be equal to 4 minus under root 14 divided by 2. So two values we have, two solutions we have. So answer is there. Moving to next. Very good. Okay, so this is all about champion. So let me teach you quadratic formula. What is called quadratic formula? So this formula is absolutely magic. Because when there is no one there will be quadratic formula. When there is no one to help you out, there will be quadratic formula. So we can say that personally I used to give a lot of value to this. This is magical formula. Okay. So for any quadratic equation for this format, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can directly find out the value of x by using this formula. Minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula. Wow. And do you know why we are taking plus minus? Because we are dealing with quadratic formula. So how many roots will be there? 2 roots will be there. So at the end, we separate this format by taking positive sign separately, negative sign separately, so that we can ensure that there will be 2 solutions. There will be 2 solutions. I hope this is clear to you all, everyone. Okay, so let me draw the box here for your clarity. So this is your quadratic formula. We can also modify this formula as x is equal to minus b plus minus under root. Can you see here? B square minus 4ac is discriminant. So we can write here capital D divided by 2a. This is the formula. Okay, by using this formula, you can directly find out the zeros of any quadratic polynomial. Any quadratic polynomial. So look at the question here. Find the zeros of quadratic equation by using quadratic formula. By using quadratic formula. So we have quadratic formula. Yes, we have quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So please first ensure where is a, where is b, where is c. So here in this question, a will be coefficient of x square. There is nothing. So if there is nothing, there will be 1. Where is b? B will be minus 3 root 5. So we can write here minus 3 root 5. And where is c? C will be plus 10. So we have a, b, c. Now put here and make sure to do calculation correctly, because there is little bit calculation. So minus, and this is minus 3 root 5 plus minus under root b square. Under root b square means minus 3 root 5 whole square minus 4 a. Where is a? A is 1. And where is c? C is equal to 10. 4ac divided by 2a. 2 into a. Where is a? A is 1. Solve this. So x will be equal to minus 3 root 5 into minus 3 root 5 will be 3 root 5, and this is plus minus. Now minus 3 root 5 whole square will be 3 square will be 9, and minus square will be plus, and root 5 square will be only 5. So 9 into 5 minus 10 4 ja 40 and divided by 2. So I'm using this place. Okay, so x is equal to 3 root 5 plus minus and under root 45 minus 40 will be only 5 divided by 2. So now take positive sign separate. So we can take root 5 common. So this will be 3 plus 1 divided by 2. So x is equal to 3 plus 1 will be 4. So root 5 into 4 divided by 2. It cancelled here. So x is equal to 2 root 5. This is the first result. This is the first result, first root. Now take negative sign. So if we take here negative sign, so 3 root 5 minus 3 root 5 minus root 5 divided by 2. Now we can take common here again root 5. So this will be 3 minus 1 divided by 2, and we all know 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2 root 5 divided by 2 cancel. So x is equal to root 5. So these are the answers. The first 0 is 2 root 5 and the second 0 is root 5. We can verify. If you don't trust, just verify here. Just verify. Verify. So first put x equals to root 5. Put this x equals to root 5 in this equation. Verify. So at the place of x, root 5 will go minus 3 into root 5 into x again root 5 plus 10. Solve this. Root 5 square will be 5. Root 5 square will be 5, and this is root 5 into root 5 will be 5. 5 3 ja 15. Minus 15 plus 10. Now, my dear, 5 is in positive form, 10 is in positive form. So 10 plus 5 will be 15. 15 minus, wow, verified. It implies that our answer is absolutely correct. verified. You can verify one more value. We have 2 root 5, put 2 root 5, check whether. Okay. Now, dear champions, so almost 90% of the chapter is done. One more question here. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization method. So you have this quadratic equation. Why I have brought up this question? Because this question looks little bit confusing. My dear champion, whenever such question comes up in front of you, in which coefficients or constant term is in fraction form. So do one thing, take LCM and make the format very simple, because here the simple this equation looks little bit very complex, because there is fractional value. So always make sure to modify the equation in very simplest format. So take LCM. So after taking LCM, the LCM will be 5. So this will be 2x square as it is, and this 5 will go there, minus 5x, and this 5, so minus 3 will be as it is, equals to 0. 5 will be multiplied with 0. So after multiplication, this whole will become 0. So we have 2x square minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the format. So either you solve this or you solve this. Both are same. So I have modified first. So whenever numbers are coefficients, constant terms are in fractional form, always take LCM and make it simple. Now you guys can solve by using factorization method. So let's solve. So you all know, to apply the factorization method, first step is multiply A from C. So 3 to ja 6. For 6, make pair of their factor. 6 1 will be there. 6 1 will be there, and 3 comma 2 will be there, and yes, only 2 possible pairs are there. But in these 2 pairs, any one will be your best friend. And how to decide? This sign and this sign and this middle value will decide which will be your friend. So sign says that you have to subtract the values, and middle value says that this is your targeted number. So 6 minus 1 is 5. Oh my god, just 5 is the middle value. So this is your best friend, because when you subtract 3 minus 2, you are getting 1, but the middle value is here 5. So 6 comma 1 is your best friend. So split this 5 as 6 minus 1 x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now 2x square minus 6x plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Can we take 2x common here? So this will become 1. After taking common here, this will be x minus 3, 2 3 are 6. Now we can take here 1 common. So this will be as it is, same as first bracket. So we have 2 brackets here, x minus 3, and this is 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 equals to 0. So on taking this as 0, x equals to 3, and on taking this as 0, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. These are the both 0. I mean, these are the roots. So we can say alpha as plus 3, and second 0 is minus 1 by 2. Beta. Answer. Clear? I hope everything is clear to all. Okay. Moving to next. So, my dear champion, let me tell you, in quadratic equation, there are few questions. I mean, word problem questions also comes up in your board exam, in your any exam, pre-board or half-yearly examination in school, because there is huge possibility that there may be question of like this word problem type question from quadratic equation. Train speed question, age concept question, downstream upstream question, 2-digit number concept question, and fraction. So there are a lot of varieties. I mean, there is huge possibility that you may get word problem type question from this chapter. So you have to be very prepared. So I have already explained everything in quadratic equation. Let's do few word problem question. So my dear champion, what you need to do in word problem question. First, read the question carefully, calmly. First, read the question. Don't think anything. You don't need to think any formula, which formula will be used, whatever. Just read the question first, from starting to the end. So read the question. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery, and this question is from your NCERT textbook. From NCERT textbook. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day, it was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles and the cost of each article. Oh my god. Sir, very complex, very tough. I can't solve this question. Okay, agree. This question is very tough. But you can do one thing. As per my suggestion, guys, go to the last line. Come on, go to the last line. What exactly the question is asking to you all to calculate. So the question is asking to you, from you guys to calculate, find the number of article which is unknown to you all. We don't know the number of article and the cost of each article. This is also unknown. We don't know the number of article produced and we don't know the cost of each article. So what we need to do? We have to suppose. After supposing the unknown value which is demanding by the question, then only you will be able to write the equation. And once you have done with the equation, the rest work will be basic calculation is there. So the first target is to make the equation. This is the important thing in word problem. So suppose what we have to find here, find the number of articles. So I'm using this space. I'll be using green color. Okay. Suppose number of articles be X. Number of articles be X. And we have to find out this also. Cost of one article. Cost of one article be, we are talking about cost, so we have to write here rupees also. Why rupees? Because we are talking about costing. So this is done. So we have supposed here number of articles be X and the cost of one article be Y. Now read the question carefully from the beginning. Now look, a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. So there is a cottage industry which is making pottery of certain number in a day. It was observed that on a particular day the cost of production of each article, come on, look at this, the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles. 3 more than, more means plus, more means add, 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. Very easy. We can make the equation. So look, my dear, it was observed that on a particular day that the cost of production, so this is the cost of production, Y. So according to question AQ, now Y is equal to, this is the cost of production, Y is equal to, it was observed that the cost of one production 3 more than, so we have to add 3 to whom? We have to add 3 to twice the number of article produced on that day. And we have supposed the number of article produced is X. The number of article produced is X. So Y is equal to 2X plus 3. This is the first equation according to language. I hope this is clear to you all. Is it clear, everyone? So let it be clear. This is number of article produced actually. Number of articles produced a day. One day be X. Okay, so first equation is done. Now moving to second information. If the total cost of production on that day was 90 rupees, come on, the total cost of production means the cost of one article into the number of article produced. Because we are talking about total costing of production. So the total costing of production will be what? Number of article produced, that is X. That is Y we have supposed, into the number of article produced, Y into X will be equal to 90. This is your second equation. Oh my God. We have two equations. So what is the important thing here? How I have just made it very easy for me. Because I have just gone through the language very slowly and with full concentration. So the term which is supposed will be playing very important role to forming the equation. So supposing the unknown thing is very important. Now put equation number 1 into 2. So we can write here putting, because we want to make single variable format. So putting 1 in second. So what will be scenario? So at the place of I, we can put this 2x. So this will be 2x plus 3 into x is already there is equal to 90. So this will be 2x into x will be 2x square, and 3x will be there. 90 can be taken there, that side, equal to, can we take, we cannot take anything common here. So this is the equation, 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equals to 0. So we can apply here, I mean, which method we can apply? We can apply factorization method. So let's apply. So 90 into 2 will be 180. 90 into 2 will be 180. Now take LCM for 180. So this will be 2 into, now 2, this will be 45, now 3, this will be 15. 3 to the 6 to the 12. Yes, we have. So the product of these three numbers is 12 and this is 15. So if you multiply 12 into 15, you will be getting 180, and the subtraction of the difference of 15 and 12 is also 3, which is middle value, and this is subtraction sign. So 15 and 12 is the correct pair. So for bigger number, you guys can take LCM, right? Because for a smaller number, we can directly find out the pair of the factors. But for the bigger number, it will be little bit challenging to you to find out the pair. So you guys can take LCM. LCM is also very easy procedure to get the perfect pair. So now 2x square and 3 can be splitted as 15 minus 12. Why I am subtracting? Because the sign of constant term decides whether you have to subtract the values or add the values. Into x minus 90 equals to 0, open the bracket. So 2x square plus 15 into x will be 15x, 12 into x will be 12x, minus 90 equals to 0. Now what we can take common here? Only x will come common, because 15 is not the multiple of 2, so only x will be common here. So this will be 2x plus 15. What we can take common here? Here we can take 12 common, minus 12. Minus 12. No. We can take here 6 common. Yes, minus 6 we can take common. So this will become 2x, because 6 2 are 12, and this is 90. So 15 6 are 90. We all know this. So this will be plus what happens? What happened? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, guys, just wait a second. There is some technical glitch. I hope it would be there. I hope it would be there. Thank God it is there. Thank God it is there. Just a second, guys. Okay, yes, we are there. Okay, superb. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. So this is the result of good deed. Okay, so 2x and the common, this will be I need what happens here? I need green color very slightly. Okay, so this is 2x and plus 15 equals to 0. So we have two brackets, 2x plus 15, and the another bracket is x minus 6 equals to 0. So if we take here x is equal to, so this will be minus 15 by 2. And x is what? X is number of articles produced, number of articles. So the number of articles cannot be in fraction. This is fraction. This is fraction. And the number of articles for the fraction format is not possible. We need whole number. So x equals to 6. This is the number of article. Now we have x. We can find out y. So what will be y? We can take any equation. I mean, just take this equation, or you can take this also for y. So y will be equal to 2 into x. I mean 2 into 6. 2 into 6 plus 3. What will be the result? 6 to the 12. 12 into 3 will be 15. So answer is 15. Now make sure whenever you are solving the word problem, make sure to write the answer in at the end in words form. So X we had supposed X is basically number of articles produced on that particular day, and Y is the cost of one article. So please make sure to write the answer in words also. So here number of articles. So these things are basically to make evaluator happy and generous, kind, and make your answer sheet very impactful and attractive. So toppers usually follow this. So whenever you are solving word problem type question, so make sure to write the final result in words form also. So number of articles produced is what, my dear? This is 6, right? And cost of one article? Cost of one article is equal to 15. This is the answer. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope this question is clear to you all. Please do let me know in comment section, everyone. Okay, moving to next. Few more questions are there. Okay, a train traveled 240 km at a certain speed when the engine was replaced by an improved model. Okay, so basically there is a train and it was traveling with certain speed, and the train has to travel 240 km. After some time, the engine was replaced by improved modern engine. So the speed was increased by 20. Okay, the speed was increased by 20 km per hour, and the travel time for the trip was decreased by 1. Okay, so after increasing the speed of the train is taking 1 hour less to cover up the entire destination, to cover up the entire journey. Okay, what was the speed of each engine? I don't know. We don't know the speed of each engine. So let's suppose. Always make sure to suppose. Always suppose. So we don't know the speed of the engine before increasing the speed or after increasing the speed. I don't know. I don't know what was the original speed. So let's assume. Let assume the original speed. Please focus here, everyone. Let the original speed of the train be x, and make sure to write the unit also. X km per hour. Let the original speed be x km per hour. And how much distance the train has to travel? 240 km. So what will be the original time? So let's say I'm writing here t1. So we all know speed is equal to distance by time. We have formula. So time can also be written as distance by speed, right? So initial time will be, distance is 240 and speed we have assumed is x. So this is the first equation. And what will be the final time after increasing the speed by 20 km per hour? So distance will be remain as it is, 240 divided by x plus 20. This is the second equation. And the one information given here is, after increasing the speed, the time was decreased by 1. So the time difference between initial and final will be 1. So we can write here. So t final minus t initial will be, which time will be greater? This time will be greater value. Why? Because the speed is only x, and this time will be smaller because the denominator is increased by 20. So the difference of tf minus t initial will be 1. So now we can put here 240 divided by x plus 20, sorry, initial we are writing here. Why we are writing here? Tf minus ti will minus tf. So this is ti minus tf will be 1. Why? Because time taken in initial before increasing the speed will be greater than the time taken after increasing the speed, because the speed is increased by 20, so the time taken will be comparatively less. So the difference is here, the difference is basically 1, and the travel time of the trip was decreased. So basically this time is difference. We are talking about difference in the time before increasing original time and after increasing. So ti minus tf will be 1. So ti is what? Ti, we can put here ti 240 divided by x minus 240 divided by x plus 20 is equal to 1. Can we take 240 as common here? So 240 common and take LCM. So x into x plus 20. So x plus 20 will go there and minus x will be there, is equal to 1. So minus x cancel. So 240 into 20 will be 24 to 48 and 00. 4800 divided by x square plus 20x is equal to 1. Can we cross multiply? So this will be x square plus 20x and is equal to 4800. We can pull 4800 this side. So this will be minus 4800 is equal to 0. Now we can apply here middle term splitting method. So this is 20. Oh wow, 80 and 60 is the perfect pair. 80 and 60. If you multiply 80 into 60, 80 into 60 will give you 4800, and the difference of 80-60 is also 20. And why we are focusing on difference? Because here is negative sign. So my dear champion, it can be written as 80 minus 60. 80 minus 60. 20 can be replaced by 80 minus 60. X minus 4800 is equal to 0. Now open the bracket. X square plus 80x minus 60x minus 80x minus 60x minus 4800 equals to 0. Can we take x common here? So x will be x plus 80, and can we take here 60 common? So 60 plus 40, 60, after taking 60 as common, this will be 80. On taking 60 as common, this will be x plus 80, and both the brackets should be similar. I have already told you, this is a rule of quadratic equation. Both the brackets must be similar. So we have one bracket x plus 80 and the other bracket is x minus 60 equals to 0. From this bracket we are getting x as minus 80, and x is what? We have our assumption for the speed, and speed cannot be negative. This is negative. This is negative. Speed cannot be negative, so we will ignore this value. Here, from here, x we are getting 60. Oh my god, 60 is correct answer. So make sure to write the answer in language format at the end. So the speed original, I'm writing here in bracket, original speed is 60 km per hour, and after increasing new speed after changing the engine, after improving the engine by some high powerful engine, improved model of engine, so new speed is equal to 60 plus 20. 60 plus 20, because the speed is increased by 20, so the answer will be 80 km per hour. After changing the engine, the train was moving with the speed of 80 km per hour. Thank you so much, champions. Thank you so much for having, for watching this video. And I hope I could make it possible for you all. And I hope this video is very helpful for you all. So if you feel the video is really game changing for you all, don't forget to share it with your friend and stay connected with this channel, because this channel is exclusively dedicatedly designed for all the boards aspirants. So this channel will be showing you the right path, right process, right strategy to make sure you everyone to get 95 plus percentage in your board exam 2027. This is my assurance to you all everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed and of course stay motivated. Thank you.